Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Kahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth and just want to take the water. To all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawak. It's coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And copyright disclaimer, I want to play a video. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So let's get into it here. Play this video with this chick, Kayla Nicole. Has one piece of advice for black men, right? You can clearly see how she's dressed. She's actually pretty damn manly, too, you ask me, as far as the way she, kind of kick it and move. But let's just play the video. You'll see what she has to say. Because, these modern-day women are not wholesome. They're not homely. They're not keepers at home. They pretty much like Esau. They like to move about. They like to gad abroad. Be out in the streets, and they don't fucking cook, they don't clean nothing, they just don't. It's really like they're just a bill, a lot of them. I'm not saying all of them, but it's really hard for a man in this day and time to come across a homesome woman, you know what I'm saying, like someone that's a keeper of a house, you know what I'm saying, like a Proverbs 31 type of woman. That's rare, and you can clearly see just from the outfit this chick got on. She's not one of those types of women, but she's got all this advice for you men as to how you should be simping. Pretty much overall, that's what I got from the video, but let's play it.
Say, I love me a black man.
Come on now.
I'm going on the record. Where's all my cameras at?
Look at all the cameras.
I love me a black man. We got to make that clear today.
Come on now. The show called for the fellas.
Yes.
Give some advice to black men. How can we show up better for black women?
Black men.
There you go with the nigga. How can we show up better for the women? Well, how can they show up better for you? Instead of being a damn bill that you're not getting. At least when you pay bills, you're paying bills. Say, for instance, you pay a car note. You at least get to use the car. You getting what you paying for out of the, you know what I'm saying? But with these women, it's like they're just, you're just dispensing money to them, and it's overall, you're getting nothing out of it except for a goddamn headache. It's like paying for a car and that bitch don't start. You're going to be like, fuck that. Every time you pay the fucking car note, the fucking car, you ain't used it all month, but you got to still pay the car note. Nah, man, don't, that shit crazy.
Men have to do a better job at protecting black women at all costs. I've said this before, but protection can show up in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Whether that's just like calling the homegirl and checking in on her and making sure that she's good. If that means standing up for a woman that you see that's in public having a hard time with a man. I've seen that a lot on social.
See that? She wants you to step out of your way to go and help some chick that you don't even know about. Matter of fact, there's a scripture that talks about grabbing a dog by the ears, meddling in other. You know how many men have gotten killed, throughout history, basically. But you can look up a number of videos on men that have gotten their asses smoked trying to help some chick that they never even knew. You've had situations where men have tried to help women, and the woman would turn on that man to help her man whip his ass. I think that's in Proverbs 29 at 1. You see it, I might. Let me just put it in. She wants you. That's stupid. Not in these days and times. There used to be, that was, chivalry is dead. Back in the 40s, 50s, maybe 60s, you might have pulled something like that. Starting in the 70s, 80s, nah. Hell no, that shit is stupid, bro. About to help your ass. You out here dressed like slut bucket, and I'm about to run across the street to help you keep you from getting. No, I might hit 911. I might can do that for you. Or it was Proverbs 26. Proverbs 26 and 17. He that passeth by and meddleth with stripe for long and not to him. And it's like one that take up the dog by the ears. See? So you putting yourself in danger by doing what this lady said to do. And that can be for, you just interacting with anybody's matters. It can be two dudes. Hey, bro, why don't y'all chill, man? You know what I'm saying? We brothers, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they the motherfucker can turn the gun or knife on your ass. So it's best you just either you gonna help them by keeping it moving, calling 911, or just keeping it moving in general. Let them handle their business, man. But this shit is stupid. And this is what women want from you men, man. They want you to be doofy as hell like that. So that's one thing she said that was just goofy.
On social media lately, right? Like, if you...
Then again, look at the outfit. Look at the outfit. But you got dudes, they'll simp up for this. But when I'm looking at the comment boards, these dudes, you can clearly see men are sick of, the so-called black man is sick of you so-called black women. I went through the comments and they cutting their ass up. They're like, man, fuck that. They're tired of y'all asses, man. These men are out here doing far better on their own. You might as well just work your job, go to the gym, work out, do the best for you, spend your own money on buying yourself shit instead of dispensing your money to her ass. And when you want some box, just hit somebody up for some box. Because they even with that anyway. You going down to the fucking courthouse, or you getting on bended knee, trying to give her a damn ring. You playing yourself, man, in America. This place is through.
If you see a woman in distress, it takes nothing for you to just tap her by the shoulder and make sure that she's good. It's a very...
Tap her by the shoulder. Tap her by the... You can barely speak to you motherfuckers. What you mean? Tap her by the shoulder. Tap her on the shoulder. Your ass will probably... She'll fuck around and call the police on your ass. Jump up. What the fuck you doing? What you touching me for? Fuck out of here, man. Leave them motherfuckers alone.
Very unsafe place for black women in this world right now, and we need y'all to show up for us, to protect us, to love on us, and to be complimentary of us. I think like a lot of black men these days have these mics, right? Yeah. Podcast mics is a dangerous thing.
They're not using it the right way.
And they're not always using...
No, they're using it the right way because they calling y'all asses out. That's what you don't like about it. You don't like these men that are going on online and really calling y'all asses out, man. I was just watching I got to finish watching the brother's video, the elder out in Kansas City, and he was playing a video with a Jake that was, giving his take with another Jake that was on a podcast, and he was like, man, you have to scrap this whole pretty much. He basically like shit. The only way to really have somewhat of some happiness with your children is to have your children with another race of women. Don't have your children with no so-called black women. That's fucked up. But it is what it is, because she'll put you through so much shit. He was even going off into the fact that the more you love your child, the more she'll use that child against you. She used the damn child as a damn weapon, man. So nobody dealing with that shit. These dudes, the Lord has a spirit where men are waking up, man, in this world and not listening to. They're not falling for your outfits no more. They're not falling for that same look all you bitches got. Them nails, them eyelashes, the fake ass hairdos. You women, you go to the gym. You only go to the gym to actually attract attention. You're not even going there to even stay healthy. You don't have health in mind when you go to the gym. It may be a little bit, but your main objective to going to the gym is to attract attention. To keep that whole body in shape. That's all, man. You're not going to the gym like, you know what, let me go to the gym and look good for my man. You up in there with some leggings up your ass for everybody to see. Because if you was going to the gym, you can go to the gym with some baggy sweats. You know what I'm saying? But you shouldn't be in a gym anyway like that in a setting with no men. They have gyms where, it's just all women, so to speak. But shit, you can work out at home. Follow a decent diet. Make sure that you're cooking nutritional meals for your family. Doing that Proverbs 31 thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, this right, you can clearly see this lady. She's got abroad. If she's dealing with a dude, she's going to be running a relationship, and nobody wants that shit. And you got this dude sitting this simping ass there like, what could we do better for the black women? Get the hell out of here, man. The black woman has completely destroyed the so-called black community, man.
used for the right thing. So we really have to start speaking positively, pour light into us, and stand by us. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because 10 times out of 10, y'all come from a black woman. Y'all come from us.
No.
And let me be the first to say.
See, with that bullshit, y'all come from us. No, we come out of your box, but you come from us because the seed is in the Father. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing with that woman's worship shit. Y'all come from us. So, you actually come from us, though. Sperm comes through us. Those are the children going into you. You're just giving that seed the nutrients that it needs until it's time to be born. The Lord made Adam first. He didn't make Eve first. Come on, man. But this is the type of shit they want you to worship them. They want you to just, get the fuck out of here. That shit is played. It's not working no more. The dudes is not having it no more, man. So let's get that scripture on what she's talking about that. Let's go to Numbers chapter 1. Y'all come from us. She said all that to say that you come from us. Yeah, y'all should be doing all those things for us because you come from us. Bitch, get out of here. Salakia for the language, man. It just piss you off, man. Like, damn, bitch. You come from us. Nah, bitch. You come from us. Numbers chapter 1, verse 18. Let me just jump to the point. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, not the house of their mothers, man. You come from us. Your pedigree is your family tree, your family lineage. That's why the men keep their name when it comes to a marriage, and a woman's name is changed to his name in a marriage. But y'all even want to get around that. Got bitches, these actresses, you know what I'm saying? You done got married to a man, but you want to keep your last name still. Anyway, it says, verse 18 again, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of their names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. So the seed comes through the father. Now in America, because this is where they learn all that, this is, they're just Americans, man. They're in league with the so-called white man to destroy your ass. That's it. They follow after Esau's ways. All that shit that she just said, that's some Edomite shit. That's some Edomite shit. That's some American Babylonian Edomite shit. No, let me play the video again. We can play the video again. I can just grab maybe one or two more scripts. But hey, I mean, you can clearly see this. He's sitting there. So the show is called something about the fellas or some shit. And then you sitting there simping with some chick. Be direct. You know what I'm saying? Be a goddamn man, man. Be a man up. Damn, nigga.
To say I love me a black man.
Come on now.
I'm going on the record. Where's my...
And again, she's just it's too much. You're too damn manly, man. Too masculine. Your energy is masculine. Nice looking lady. She's not a bad looking lady. But your energy is just nigga. Like, come on, bro.
All my cameras out.
Look at all the cameras.
I love me a black man. We gotta make that clear today.
Come on now. The show called for the fellas.
Yes.
Give some advice to black men. How can we show up better for black women?
Black men have to do a better...
Like, all the questions he could have asked her. Why couldn't he had asked her, well, what can you so-called black women do that's better for the so-called black men? She would have probably got all offensive, threw the damn mic down, and walked away. You all simping for her ass. Salakia, man.
Better job at protecting black women at all costs. I've said this before, but protection can show up in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Whether that's just like calling the homegirl and checking in on her and making sure that she...
Why would he be calling in and checking in on... when a dude calling you, they want some box. You know? You're not even supposed... Once you get a man, you get married, you're not supposed to be all buddy-buddy with other dudes. All that social media shit you got. See, these women, they able to hold on to their social media accounts. You get with a woman, she got a Facebook, she got an Instagram, she got a, she got every fucking social media app there is with niggas DMing her and talking shit and talking about how good she look. If a woman was really into you, she'd ditch all that shit. Like, nah, man, you know what? I got a phone with 3 numbers in it. My man, my mom, my dad. Maybe a girlfriend or 2. You may have 10 people in your contacts. That's it. My children, if you're with a man and you've had children with him, you're married. You think these women are deal like that? All this privacy with the phone. The bitch got a motherfucking government encryption on her shit where you can't even get through to that motherfucker. The fuck out of here, man. She's in the home with you with that kind of shit going on. You should be able to pick her damn phone up and be like, boop, let me make a call real quick. Let me use your phone. Let me see your phone. Or just let me see your phone. What for? What do that bitch should be passing it right to you here. It's in there on the nightstand, babe. Go get it or whatever. No, that bitch gonna give you all kinds of hassle about that fucking phone, bro. Why? Because she's living in a world that Esau has given her. Matter of fact, let me get that scripture on ability to gad abroad. She has the ability to gad abroad in this world. This is her world, along with Esau. So as Esau falls, she's gonna fall with him. She's gonna fall. She's falling. Matter of fact, it's happening. We can witness. We're witnessing it. That's the reason why she's actually sitting there saying the shit that she's saying. Because overall, she can see that the things that she's saying is not happening anymore. Niggas is not stepping up to open no fucking doors for you. Niggas is not stepping. If they see you arguing with your nigga or some nigga, they like, man, they keeping it moving. They laughing, giggling, and going on about their day. And then you got these bitches out here, why didn't you help her? And why didn't you? Hey, them days is over. Them days is over. That spirit that's how you know we're coming to this shit is coming into an abrupt end. Those days are over, man. We already in the chapter I need. Ecclesiasticus 25. And let me get verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin. Talking about we come from her. No, what came from your ass is the beginning of sin. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And this lady got all the ability to be there with her fucking shoulders out, cleavage showing, ass popping. She has the ability to gad abroad to go on a man's show and spew that bullshit that she's spewing. And then she's going to go on about her day. Brunch, shopping. In the meanwhile, some simping ass nigga going to be trying to... Just crazy work, bro. Anyway. Verse 25 again. Give the water no passage. Neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, man. And that's the scriptures. That's what we running with. And see, that's what's happening in the earth. The men of the Lord has opened up these red pill online podcast shows. They get that style from the men of the Lord. They just not gonna admit it. You know, they try and put a worldly twist, or they just worldly ass niggas trying to use. They've bitten off the apostles, the prophets. That's where that spirit comes from. The Lord putting the spirit on the men of the Lord, the prophets. They go out and cuss these damn women out and put them back in their damn place. So now these little, but you do got simps like this nigga, because he looks soft as hell. What can men do to make things better for you women? Get the fuck out of here for black women. There ain't even no such thing as black people. You're not black, you know? But anyway, I just seen that, man. I was watching the elder video. But yeah, this is what you have to deal with. This is what they're expecting from you while putting in nothing.
that she's good. If that means standing up for a woman that you see that's in public having a hard time with a man. I've seen that a lot on social media lately, right? Like, if you see a woman in distress, it takes nothing for you to just tap her by the shoulder and make sure that she's good. It's a very unsafe place for black women in this world right now, and we need y'all.
Nope, the most unsafe people in the world is the so-called black man. Hands down. Your protection is falling from Esau right now. But you're still, you know, y'all still got a little bit of run. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're still okay. But the Lord is breaking that shit down. But when it straight comes down to it, you have gotten with the so-called white man to tear the whole unit apart, man. So now that it's all torn apart, you want to try and put it back together. Nah, Jake not going for it no more. It's too late. You know, you outgrow some shit. It's just, you know, it's a done deal. Once a person's heart is gone out of some shit, it's done, man. Anyway, we'll end out here.
To show up for us, to protect us, to love on us, and to be complimentary of us. I think like a lot of black men these days have these mics, right? Podcast mics is a dangerous thing.
They're not using it the right way.
And they're not always used for the right thing. So we really have to start speaking positively, pour light into us, and stand by us. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because 10 times out of 10, y'all come from a black woman. Y'all come from us. Hey, let me be the first.
See that proud ass shit. She ended that shit. She y'all come from us. Y'all come from us. You know what I'm saying? Show your manly ass up. Somebody want to hear that shit? What the fuck? I don't know, maybe this dude hit this. I'm at the plantation. I'm trying to see something. So like you, y'all. But anyway, yeah, man, you get it, man. No, you know, let's grab a couple of these comments so we can end out. Let's see what these guys got to say. Somebody says, don't get in the ring with her. She looks almost as masculine as Michelle Obama. You know, women, they be working out, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's okay to have a build, but some of that shit y'all just be going too goddamn far. Somebody says, ICE is looking for you, Juan. Says, it's crazy, bro. Now, this woman right here, she appears to be a so-called black woman. Women today want chivalry back, all the while being out of order. Yeah, independent boss chicks who don't need men. I'm a woman and sick of these modern women. So, you know, hey, yeah, y'all fucking it up for the ones that's out here that's ready to rock. Yeah, somebody says, thank you. You can't say you don't need men, but lecture us about protecting you. Yeah. Says she loves her black men. Says most black men are bisexual these days. Yeah, well, if that's the case, the so-called black woman is the source of it. They're the ones that's accepting of that shit. Somebody says she's so sexy. Good Lord. Second that, I guess. Yeah, man, get the hell out of here. Nobody's approaching these women like that no more, man. They're too complicated to speak to. Somebody says, let me say this. I love me some white women. Says, stop killing, stealing, and carjacking, huh? Somebody says, stop bestiality, murder, suicide, and child pornography. Yeah, you Edomites, y'all need to stop it, man. Y'all need to cut it out trying to act like you're the righteous in the world, man. The fucking school shooters. This woman has no credibility on trying to give information to African men. No, we're not Africans. We're not damn Hamites. We're Shemites, man. That's another thing. You motherfuckers believe that you're black and that you're fucking African. Neither one of them. You're Israelites. And if you're so-called black, you come from the tribe of Judah, the same tribe as Yahweh, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And the true name of the Father is Yahweh. Says maybe she need to give some information to white men. Maybe she should get some information from white women, how to keep a white man. Yeah, sure. We need to protect each other from the enemy. We all know who the enemy of this country is. Well, they in government. It's the so-called white man. They said those people that worship mammon and ball. Yeah, it's the so-called white man. It's the so-called white man. And when it comes to us, he has set the so-called black woman up to fuck up them families, man. And he has succeeded. And it's all by the spirit and power of Yahweh H.I.M, actually. It says, so now this former bedwench is suddenly Angela Davis. She's a clown. Says her dating a white man. So she's dating a white man? Oh, so that's the chick that was with Kelsey? Hold on. Okay, so that was the chick that was with this nigga that's about to marry Taylor Swift. Man, that nigga came up. Now he could be a Jake. I didn't know that's who that was, because like I'm not too big. Said did she date Travis Kelsey? Well, see again, our people, Americans in general. That's why I read that Numbers chapter 1 and verse 18, because your pedigree goes through your father. That man, he could be a Jake. He kind of act like a Jake. I think he might be, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? He could be a so-called black man. Because see, you in America, again, you know what I'm saying? You have this color thing, black and white. And black and white, that's a social construct. Because the people that's actually calling themselves white, they're actually red. Their skin is reddish. Like right now, it's hot as shit outside. I'm looking at a couple of Edomites. Motherfuckers is out here looking like goddamn cherries, man. But they're being called white. That's a social construct. There's no such thing as white people. They're just different shades of red. And there's no such thing as black people. They're different shades of browns. So, and that just is what it is. But you've heard black and white for so long. Because it's been going on for centuries. That it came up around 1681. The elder Malcolm goes into it all the time. So when you hear that for so long, because see, you have so-called white people that's over in Europe. They just call themselves Europeans. They may be considered to be white if they visit here, but a lot of them don't call themselves white like that over there. Some of them do, but they're generally they call themselves Europeans, which they're not even Europeans. They're actually Edomites. Esau, Edom. Wasted away is he. He has no melanin. His blood, it shows forth through his skin. So he came up with that social construct, and it was brilliant. I mean, it's by the spirit and power of Yahweh H.I.M. So when people see a person that looks a certain color, they automatically assume, it's a so-called white man, but that may not be the case. I seen a video. It was a video the other day that I had, and it was this old. It just looked like a boat of Edomites, but shit, it was an Edomite on there, man. That motherfucker was dancing. Matter of fact, you know what? It's been a few days. I could still have it in my history. Let me see if I can find it. It took me a sec to find it, but check this video out. Now, these are Edomites, but hey, this gotta be a Jake. Jake a fake. I know the brothers be throwing little videos up like that, but this so-called white man that you see to the right here, gigging. And Edomites don't have that kind of salt to flavor, man. So he's got to be a Jake, man. But because his great-great-grandfather or somebody, it don't take no but a generation or so to actually remove color, man, so to speak. So you have to get that mindset that all Israelites are, these dark-skinned people. No, all that is over with, man. You know what I'm saying? It's Well, I'm going to play the video and you're going to see how this guy's gigging. Now, pay attention to all the so-called white people around him and how they're dancing and how he's dancing. Hey, that's a Jake, man. Now you peep how all the other so-called white people they're dancing. No fucking rhythm at all. This dude on beat. And the shit looks smooth. Whatever kind of dance it is, it's probably an old school dance. He probably went out ballrooming or some shit like that when he was younger. But this man, he's got to be an Israelite. There's no way this man moving like that. and he's a fucking Edomite, man. Let's play a little more. Now mind you, pay attention to all these so-called white people. Look at them trying their hardest to just dance. That's a Jake, man. It's a lot, yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to play that video. I was gonna do something. It was 3 days ago when I had watched it. That's why it took me a little minute to find it. But I'm looking like, damn, I know I had to. I watched it. You know what I'm saying? It's in the history, but I be watching so much shit. It take a minute to find some of this stuff, man. I should have done a lesson on it. I might just do a little short on it or something like that. But this man getting down, man. You can't tell me. And you looking at the rest of these Edomites, they can barely fucking walk straight. And he in there grooving his ass off, bro. Now, just because he looks like this doesn't mean that he's a so-called white man. You got to get that straight, man. But anyway, that lessons within lessons. You know what I'm saying? So, just wanted to just touch on that with this chick. Let me get this from this end out with this one again. Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Eve, that woman being spoken of mainly is Eve, man, the so-called black woman. Because that's back when we all had melanin. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau comes from our people. He comes from the so-called, what they would call the black race too. And they know it, but they just won't own up to it, man. They know full well that they're not the beginners of nothing. They're not the starters of life, man. Adam and Eve wasn't just some matter of fact, when you put Adam and Eve in, you already know what kind of photos pop up. 1044, but spirit, now let's just put in Adam and Eve. You always see a bunch of damn white people popping up with all these pictures when you put in biblical pictures. You put in biblical names, all you're going to see is, who you see? You ain't going to see no so-called black people. They know goddamn well the Lord, the people didn't look like this back then. They know it. The closest you get into some dark people is this damn cartoon. And that looks like, they still trying to portray some white people. See? This is what you get. This one right here, okay, this one look like it might be some so-called black people. But anyway, you get the point. Anyway, I'm gonna end out there, but man, look, hey, only thing that you women can do right now is to honor your, you really need you a man of the Lord. But if you're with a man, hey, that's your man. You got to stay with that man. Even if you come into this truth and he doesn't. You can't just up and leave him because now all of a sudden you in this truth and you want to find you a man that's in this truth with you. You got to stick with that man because the scripture says that, through you, he might actually wake up, roughly paraphrasing. But overall, in these last days, what's about to happen is about a bunch of damn chaos. A lot of bad things are about to happen. And you're going to be truly afraid out here. It's going to be terrorizing. And it just is what it is. And it's a part of the process. It's actually a part of the prophecies, man. That you are going to pay for all the wickedness that your ass have done along with Esau. A lot of you. A lot of you are. It just is what it is. A lot of you, the scripture talks about 2/3 being destroyed. And if it's really, they say the women on the earth right now compared to men is like, shit, it's like 15 to 20 women to one man. So majority of the 3/5, who do you think is going to be, is the majority of the 3/5 is going to be destroyed or burnt with thermonuclear fire is you women. And the ravishing, and the graping that's about to come along, and the you eating your damn children, and the famines, man. It's about to get nasty out here, and you're gonna be alone. And why? Because you've placed your what's that, Isaiah 31:1. You placed your trust in Egypt. You placed your trust in your enemy. You placed your trust in the so-called white man. Because see, he had the goodies, but now the Lord is snatching the goodies from him. And he's putting them back into the hands of the real men. And you're being left outside. Like these dudes, now they not having it, man. They like you done put them through too much. You've done too much. You destroyed men, man. He tries to move on with his life, and you still a fuck with him. Anyway, with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala, and a Bible ball.